So yeah, that happened. Hey guys, the dude from Denmark here. Welcome to episode 3 of M15, the new core set that's about to come out from Magic the Gathering. More spoilers have been revealed today, including a new version of Nissa. So let's check it out. The new version is called Nissa Worldwaker and costs you 5 mana to cast. She starts off with 3 loyalty counters, and her first ability gives you 1 loyalty counters, where target land you control become a 4/4 elemental creature with trample is still a land. Her second ability gives you also 1 loyalty counter. Untap up to 4 target forests. Her ultimate costs you 7 loyalty counters to do. Search your library for any number of basic land cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Those lands become 4/4 elemental creature with trample, they're still lands. I actually really like this new version of Nissa. The only problem I have with her is that these lands that you get onto the battlefield aren't protected from anything, which means that they will probably die sooner or later, which isn't that good for you since you need the lands. Of course, that's a good thing about the ultimate, that you can search for lands. But otherwise, I actually really like her, and her middle ability that only gives you 1 loyalty counters, where you can untap up to 4 target forest. It's just really good, I think. So she's really interesting and actually really good, I think. I definitely think the middle ability is awesome, and definitely you definitely have to have her in a mono green deck, I think, in order for this to work. But other than the protection, you could of course get some protection. There are cards that can protect your lands and so on, which is important with this Planeswalker, I think, if you want to build around her. So it definitely seems like a solid Planeswalker, I think. This color for the soul cycle is the white one, which is called Solar Theros, and it's a white avatar creature that costs you 6 mana to cast, and is a 6/6. You got Vigilance, and for 6 mana creatures you control get +2/+2, and gain first strike and lifelink on 10 of turn. You can do the same if you exile this from your graveyard. I definitely think that the black and white ones are definitely the best in this cycle. So those two would be really good to have, I think. 6 mana to get 2/2 first strike and lifelink isn't that much, I think, and it's definitely awesome that you can use this from the graveyard too. So definitely a nice card. It seems to be back in M15, where we got a new land card called Sliver Hive. And you can tap it to add 1 colorless mana to a mana pool. You can also tap it to add 1 mana of any color to a mana pool, but only spend this mana to cast sliver spells. For 5 mana you can tap it to put a 1/1 colorless sliver creature token onto the battlefield. Activate this ability only if you control a sliver. It seems really off that we are getting slivers in M15 now, since we had them in the core set before that in M14. So it seems really like a miss that we had this land. It will fit a lot better in the other core set. But if you look at the card, it's a neat card. Although the last ability where you put a 1/1 colorless sliver creature onto the battlefield cost you really much to do. 5 mana is really crazy, and you have to control a sliver in order to do this. So I don't know why you have to pay so much for, just a 1/1. That seems a bit stupid though. But otherwise it's a nice land, I think.
The rest of this episode is going to be about a new cycle we are going to have in M15, which is a cycle that's all about splashing other colors into these cards. The first one is Kurt Chieftain, and it's a red ape creature that costs you 4 mana to cast. It's a 3/3, and Kurt Chieftain gets +1/+1 as long as you control a forest. For 5 mana, target creature get +2/+2 and gains trample on 10 of turn. The white one is called Dauntless River Marshal, and it's a human soldier creature that costs you 2 mana to cast. It's a 2/1, and Dauntless River Marshal gets +1/+1 as long as you control an island. For 4 mana you can tap target creature. The green one is Sunblade Elf, and costs you only 1 mana to cast, and it's a 1/1. Sunblade Elf gets +1/+1 as long as you control a plains. For 5 mana, your creatures you control get +1/+1 on 10 of turn. The blue one is called Yorubai Merklurker, and costs you 3 mana to cast, and is a 1/3. Yorubai Merklurker gets +1/+1 as long as you control a swamp. For 2 mana, target creature gains lifelink on 10 of turn. The black one is Nightfire Giant, and it's a giant creature that costs you costs you 5 mana to cast, and it's a 4/3. It gets +1/+1 as long as you control a mountain. For 5 mana, Nightfire Giant deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Just like the other cycle we have in M15 at the moment, the Soul cycle, I definitely think that these creatures are heavily costed when it comes to the splashable colors you can do. Where, like for instance, the Sunblade Elf, the green one, costs you 5 mana to let all your creatures get +1/+1 on end of turn. That just seems like really a lot. But otherwise, it's for 1 mana, it's a 1/1 that can be a 2/2 if you control a planes, which seems actually really good. I definitely think the blue one is a lot better, the Worldwaker, that costs you 3 mana for a 1/3, and can actually be a 2/4 if you control a swamp. So a 2/4 for 3 mana is really awesome. But another awesome thing about it is that for only 2 mana, target creature gains lifelink on end of turn. I definitely think that's really cheap. So that I would actually really love to play that. Not really with the black one though, the Nightfire Giant, because 5 mana to deal 2 damage to target creature or player is really a lot. But for 5 mana, where this creature can essentially be a 5/4 if you control a mountain, it could be good. But the activate abilities isn't really that good, I think. The red one is really awful too, I think. 5 mana for 2/2 and trample. That's at least better than the green one, I think. +2/+2 and trample for 5 mana. I'm not sure that's really that much, but yeah, I don't know. It could be good actually, but I'm definitely rooting for the blue one in this cycle. But otherwise, without these activated things, these creatures are actually really nice if you want to do some splashable decks. Maybe actually include all of them for a 5-color deck. So that definitely seems fun to use if you don't mind that some of them are heavily costed.
Those are cards I wanted to show today. You can leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think of the cards you have seen so far and the new core set in general. Whenever there are new cards coming out for M15, I'll be making a new video, so if you're interested in this, you can subscribe to me. Until next time, have fun guys.